everybody, it's Christine. It is time for day 20 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Sorry, I lost my train of thought and it's like, where am I at? What am I doing? So this sketch is by Jennifer Kane, and she has, a background paper, and there's 3 good-sized circles here with some, I'm going to call that mixed media, squishy stuff. A couple of pictures, let's call it, and then this title here. So what I printed out the Washington Monument. I took this with like a weird little zoom thing because there's just no other way to get that really. And then me and my daughter are standing at the base of it. So I love this blue of this. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do here, I have this, it's actually Just Plain Fun, is this collection here by Fancy Pants. And then I also have, sorry, y'all. I also have this Simple Stories, America the Beautiful, I may pull out. And then I pulled out a piece of cardstock from my stash. And so what I'm kind of thinking is I might, use these stars. I know that's not the same kind of pattern she's got, but it's a pattern. And I'm thinking I'm going to use this blue here is the circles. And then I'll figure out about mounting the photos and stuff in a minute. I have my little Creative Memories deal here. And I did pull out Lindy Stamp Gang Danny Zuko's Denim. I think that's going to work. I tested it on a piece of paper somewhere over here. I don't know what I did with it. And I think it looks good. So let me get started. I'm going to actually trim these down. And then I may do the little time-lapsey thing on this thing. I'll have to put my little cutting mat here. And then do the circles. This is always tricky. No, I think I know how to do this. Yeah. So let me get that going, and I'll be back on a second. Okay, gang. So here's the time-lapse of me using my little cutting system here. I always start with, let me think about this just a minute. I think I start with the biggest circle and then cut the little circle. There's a trick to that, because if you do it the wrong order, and now I'm thinking, I think that's right. If you do it in the wrong order, you end up with your circles moving around. So I've got my circles down, and now I'm kind of looking, okay, in her sketch, she showed the mixed media on the top of the 2 smaller ones, and then the big circle was kind of laying on top of the mixed media. So I attempt to do this. Now, I'm going to be honest. I feel like I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat. So I'll glue these circles down. I don't think my blue was actually as bold as I thought it might be. I mean, it's not a bad color. It actually works nicely because it kind of goes with the little bit lighter blue stickers I'll use in a minute. But I can't suggest to you that it's as visible as the sketch would lead you to believe it should be. So anyways, I'm going to get these glued down, and I'm going to use the little packaging technique, although technically I kind of transfer it because, again, I was being a bit of a scaredy cat. I only had 1 sheet of this star paper, and I really didn't want to screw it up. So I'm being a bit of a scaredy cat. I put my blue down here. It looks good. I mean, I don't think it looks bad, but I'm not going to tell you that I think it's as visible as maybe it should have been. So I'm going to get this down here. It takes me just a second to go ahead and use my packaging technique and get that down there. And then I'm going to take the big circle in just a second. It's going to take me just a minute. I guess I shouldn't have, I don't know if I should have left all this in here. Again, I'm just kind of trying to be where she showed it. But again, she had a lot more visible mixed media. So on the camera, actually, it shows up almost a little better than in person. Usually when you do filming, your in-person looks a little more visible. But actually on camera here, it doesn't look as invisible as I thought. Now, it does still need to dry. And this one doesn't have much of a shimmer to it. I thought it might, but I don't think it actually does. So here's where I'm going to use my little bit of art glue here. I say art glue. I don't think it's art glue. It's monkey something or something. What is the name of that glue? It's called, berry art. I knew it was an animal. And I'll glue this down. I'm actually kind of pleased. I think my circles turned out pretty good. I'm going to take my photos in just a minute, and I'm going to actually mount them. So I'm going to actually pull out. So as a reminder, the papers I've used so far are from that Just Plain Fun. But I'm going to actually pull out there's going to be black with colored stars on it. And I'm going to use that to mount my my photos. Now I'm going to have to skinny up my Washington Monument photo just a tad because the piece of the little black star paper that I have is not quite wide enough. See there? So I'm going to skinny that up. But I don't really take much out except for extra people. So it's okay. So I'll skinny up my photo just a brief bit here on the side. I don't know why I got, well, I do know why I got off the side because I'm messing with this. But I'll trim this up, and then I'm going to end up mounting my little photo as well. I'm going to just basically do double mounts on those. Now, I don't know that I show you. I think I might. I'm going to end up putting my right-hand side photo on foam. the one of me and my daughter. I'm so styling, y'all. I got on a plaid shirt and some Uggs, but I'm not going to, it was kind of cold. So I was warm. It was all right. So here's where I'm finishing up the little mats. Oh, I used the red cardstock as well. I did gut that bigger piece of red cardstock I'm using as the background frame, and I used that as a double mat on my photos. So this looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie, this layout went really fast. I mean, once I got my little circles cut, which took me, a little bit of precision, right? After that, it actually goes pretty fast. I put my little bit of mixed media down. I glue these guys down, and then I'm going to come in with stickers in a minute. And anytime you use stickers, I feel like it moves a little faster too. So I'm going to cut out my little bit of foam. I thought I had some Frankenstein foam I could use, but that would have been too many pieces. So I cut into a new sheet of foam, and I'm going to glue this down at my little angle here. And I'm going to then pull out my, oh no, apologies. I'm going to pull out my title. So I'm going to call it just Washington Monument Xmas 22. And I use a little dot and everything off of there. This takes me just a minute though, because that's a lot of letters, y'all. I did have to Frankenstein my E on my monument. I'm going to have to buy another set of these little thickers. I don't have much of the vowels and stuff left. And I really enjoy these for the occasional small title. So they're real easy to use, and they're foam, and you can maneuver them and all that kind of stuff. So I'll have to get me another set. I'm using up a bunch of these things. So I will spell out Washington Monument. Like I said, that takes me just a minute, so I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me like lay all these down. But I think that turns out pretty cute. And then I'm going to get on my sticker sheets here, and the first thing I do pull out is this. It says Red, White, and Blessed, and I love that. And then I'm just going to start pulling out some of these little, like, I guess they're called rosettes. They might be called rosettes. First, I'll pull that little flag off, but I'm going to take a bunch of these little rosettes, and I kind of hurt my own feelings just a little bit because I do cover up some of the mixed media with these stickers, but I kind of had to add something, y'all. I needed to add something. The mixed media just wasn't going to be enough for me, and I don't know that she minds, I think it's okay. So I'm going to add my little stickers here. I'm just adding a bunch of these little rosettes, pinwheels, whatever. I'm going to add those. And I'm going to pull it. I did pull that little flag. And there's actually a sticker on here that says Washington. So I'm going to pull him off in just a minute. And I'll put him up on foam, actually. And then I do find a couple of little hearts as well. So, again, I'm just kind of building up the little clusters. Kind of where she had the mixed media. Well, not kind of, really. That is where it is. Oh, and I find an eagle. That looks kind of neat, too. I'll add him to the top of that right-hand cluster over there. I do put a little bit of foam underneath the Washington sticker in just a second. And I'm going to put a little bit of foam under the top of the flag. I don't really add any foam to the bottom stickers at all because, well, the title's of foam. So I figured, there's enough dimension right there. So, like I said, I'm going to add a little bit of foam here. Yeah, this was really neat, though. I read up on the, we didn't get on the tour. So the way that the tours kind of worked, you had to schedule them in advance. And we really didn't know any better. We did a lot of other things in advance, but we got to this thing and nope, you have to schedule it like a day in advance as well. So we didn't get to go to the top of it or anything like that. But it was neat anyway. We got to read the little, there was like a little, I feel like there was like a little mini museum or something on the outside. Because I know we read about it. Like we read up on the fact that there's 2 different colors of stone. And the reason behind it had to do the Civil War, actually. And I remember reading up on that. And I feel like it was either on a plaque or in the little museum or something. Now I have to go back and look at my pictures to remind myself. Isn't that crazy, y'all? This just happened in Christmas time. And I still can't remember all the little details. There's that little eagle. I like him. I think I'm just looking around and see if there's anything else. I think this might be where I find... Do I find the hearts? No, this is where I decided to pull out these little enamel dots. Now, these came from the just plain fun collection. But I used the red, blue, and yellow. And I think it's okay to throw the yellow in there because that's kind of a little accent color on some of these stickers. So I'm going to use that little yellow. The other colors don't work, obviously. There's like a green and a pink. And that works with that collection, but not with this layout. So I won't use those. I will actually have to come in with Nuvo glue too, y'all. These aren't very sticky, so I'll come on this off camera, though. But that's all I'm going to do the layout, y'all. So it didn't take me all that long. I'm really happy with that. And I think this is really pretty. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist. Do the like and subscribe. And then you can find me on Instagram as well at Scrapping Harden. And if you comment, I do try to say thank you to everybody or, comment in some kind of way back because I do enjoy seeing you guys, your little comments. I have a few. Jen always comments. I have a few others that comment, and y'all are so sweet. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.